How are you? Let's talk. Someone mowing their lawn right now, and I could say, lawnmowers be damned. But they're just trying to mow their lawn. I'm the one trying to record stuff. Lawnmowers be damned. No. Let's get to the point. It's not lawnmowers. Today, I decided to talk to you about blackouts. Because after Roger and I were talking earlier, I said I was going to talk about blackouts. So that's why. She was regaling me with tales of her youth running out on the streets in New York in the boogie down. That's right, the Bronx. Running out in the street during the blackouts and waiting by the corner store to see if they would get rid of the popsicles. Wow, that was the longest I've spoken to you like that. Sorry. Yeah, she was just telling me like how she handled blackouts, and I'm from South Florida, and so we have blackouts too, but they're after hurricanes. So it got me thinking, because blackouts happen in the summer over there in New York, and blackouts happen in the summer over here in Florida because, well, hurricanes like warmth. If you happen not to know, hurricanes like it hot. They like warmth. If you don't know, they like it warm. They like to take warm baths and then get all swirly and then just come across the states and tear shit up. Hurricanes. I don't know, that just got me thinking, why? Why nature? Why God? Why? Why do we have blackouts in summer, in hurricanes, in blizzards when it's the worst time ever? No blackouts when it's cool 70 and breezy. No. Hot or freezing. Boiling. Freezing. No. I would prefer to be hot blackout, not cold in a blackout. Okay, so what I was about to say is you could die in the cold, but not in heat. But that's not true because people die in the heat of heat stroke all the time right here in South Florida in the summer when they don't use the AC. But I don't know, which one is better? Is it easier to cool down or warm up? What about you? What's easier for you? Cooling down or warming up? I feel like you could just put on a bunch of layers. For me, it's warming up because I can just put on a bunch of layers. You can put on a bunch of layers as long as you have those resources. Because not everybody has them. I get it. If you have those resources, you can put on a bunch of layers or cover yourself in a bunch of layers in bed, couch, whatever. Versus you just being hot and you can turn on a fan. It's just going to blow more hot. And if you have no power, battery powered fans? No. How long is that going to last? And it's still just blowing hot. It's like putting on a blow dryer, putting it on your face, turning it on. That's what it's like. Is that helpful? No. Is that helpful? Maybe. When I lost power, last time I was really hot in my house. It didn't even have to do with a blackout, which is crazy. The AC broke. That's right, the AC. And it wasn't summer. It was last summer, actually. And it was so hot that I would take those, moisture wicking workout shirts, soak it in cold water and put it on. And that still wasn't enough. I still needed the fan. And that's how I got through. So I would prefer, personally, to have electricity and heat versus freezing. And there's a plane. There's a plane coming. People are coming. They do sound like they're gonna land on my house. So, come on. Let me not say that. There is a pilot school not that far away from here, and planes crash into buildings. So I should not say that. Before I was interrupted by that fiery ending, what was I saying? Oh yes, I prefer cold. You can see heat works for me if there's electricity. I could still cool down. And I can also trick myself to thinking I'm doing some kind of meditative yoga type, woo-woo. But I prefer to get warm from the cold. But I also have never had frostbite. Probably if you've had frostbite, don't agree with me. But we just have different experiences, different perspectives. It's okay. We have different perspectives. So the point is, all I know is in hurricane season, where hurricanes pass on through, not thinking about anybody. Selfish. Hurricanes, so selfish. Come on through, and if they knock out the power, that's the best that can happen to you, because they destroy lives and kill thousands of people. So don't get me wrong, I'm not actually complaining. I'm just saying it's really kind of screwed up that they happen in the heat. That's all. Storms that feed on the heat. It's like they wait for the worst time, which is miserable. That's what hurricanes are. They're miserable, right? And misery loves company. So they're like, what are we gonna do? Destroy your home. But if we don't destroy your home, we're definitely gonna knock out the power. So there. I personally am okay. Roger was not okay. I was okay with the power going out because I'm used to it. It's like, whatever, power goes out, you go grab some board games or not. You are completely cut off from technology. That's fine. Write a book. I've been wanting to write that book anyway. You've been wanting to write that movie. That screenplay has been on your mind. That novel screenplay has been on your mind. Start writing. And there's this thing, it's called paper, and a thing called pencil or pen. Right. You write like this. not like this. Like this, not like this, but like this. And you just write. Or you can go outside and look at the stars, because if you are a city slicker like she was, or you grew up in the suburbs like I have, you don't see as much of the sky as you want to see. Maybe. Right now you're like her, because Roger is a girl. That's right. But you don't know who Roger is. Roger's a secret. So you could become a stargazer. You could be Magellan. You could just rediscover things and quiet moments that you didn't have before. You don't have to die because there's no internet. It doesn't have to be one of those disaster movies because the power went out. Everything's not gonna go crazy. People are not gonna start robbing people because power's been out for an hour or even 3 days. It doesn't need to be that extreme. It doesn't have to happen that way. Just get the popsicles before they melt. That's always a good plan. Eat the ice cream. That's the one time you get to eat. Oh, you see, we're back on ice cream. That's the one time you get to eat all the ice cream and be like, well, we're gonna go back. What was I gonna do? So there's a good thing. Apparently now we're thinking about the positive things in a blackout. I can't get online. First world problems. I can't get Uber Eats. First world problems. First world problems? I can't play Minecraft with my friends. First world problems. You can do something. Stop complaining. I love how this basically started as a complaint, me complaining about how disasters happen at the worst times because it leads to blackouts, and now I'm telling you not to complain. I'm self-aware. I know what I'm doing. I'm aware. Imagine if there were blackouts only in perfect condition. And yes, we're all different, so we don't agree with what perfect conditions are, but let's say it is 70 and breezy. 72, 73, 68, 70, give or take 3 degrees. I'm talking Fahrenheit because I am American. So it's 68, 70. It's like I live on the street. I'm in the middle of the street recording. It's 68, 72, and it's breezy, and everything is good. And the birds are singing, the trees are greening, that's right, and the sky is bluing, dogs are rolling around, I don't know what's happening. Frogs are dancing, children are making dirt angels, chickens are doing ballet, grandpa's giving his thesis on wormholes. This is what happens when I start listing things. It ends in foolishness. Foolishness! So all of that's happening because it's 70-ish and breezy Fahrenheit, and everybody's happy. All the power goes out, you go outside, and it just be perfect community. There, I did it. I solved all the world's troubles and conflicts. Just needs to be 70 degrees, but no power. We're just outside, happy outside, and we're holding hands. I was about to start on a list. I'm not going to this time. We're just like, we're greeting each other. Greeting each other as friends. Hey, friend. Hey, friend. Hi, you. Hey, pal, buddy, friends. Basically, I'm saying we're greeting each other. So we're greeting each other, though, this scenario, because we don't have a choice. We don't have a choice because there's a blackout. There's nothing else to do. It doesn't matter how it happened. It's just in this scenario, we are all communing, okay? We're coming together. We're picking berries. I don't know where this place is. The ants are picking berries. The animals are doing all the things I said they were doing. Okay, so in this place, I have discovered Utopia and solved the world's problems. Okay, we're at 70 degrees and breezy. We're gonna go, and no power is allowed. We don't have to wait for a blackout. No power is allowed, and we're outside. I don't know how this leads to Utopia. In my mind, this is Utopia. Come with me. I could influence you with my happiness. You don't have to worry about it. I'll be happy for all of us. So we're in this place where the whales are singing opera. The cats are licking cornrows into their fur. What? This has been off the rails. This went off the rails a long time ago. Okay. I'm moving on from Utopia because I cannot stop laughing at the ridiculousness that's coming out of my brain. Moving on from Utopia, 70 degrees. I'm just saying that we can find positive reasons. I'm just saying we can find positivity in the blackouts. It could be all doom and gloom, but it's easy. You know what? It's so easy. It's easy to do doom and gloom. It's easy. It's so pedestrian. You know what pedestrian means? It's so basic. Why be like everybody else? Why be so basic? Why go around just being like everybody else? Why act like it's the worst thing ever? It could be the best thing ever. Natural disasters aside, because of the aforementioned death and destruction. not talking about natural disasters. I'm just talking about a blackout. Just a regular, oh, hey, we ain't got no power. One thing it does for sure is forces you to slow down, at least a little bit. Because if you're not going to slow down because of lack of things to do, you're going to slow down just from the heat because, well, death again. Slow down, actually appreciate what you're doing, appreciate conversations, appreciate board games. If you want to do board games, if that's your thing, do a board game. Board games, they can still be fun if they're not on your phone. Games can still be fun if they're not on your phone or your computer or a tablet. It can be fine. So you're rediscovering life, and maybe you can get in touch a little bit with your ancestors. I don't know, maybe, possibly. This could be a way. Definitely if you're using a Ouija board, you'll probably get in touch with your ancestors. You don't need one. You just say it, just will it, just be it. It is what you want it to be, so just contact the ancestors. You don't have to be related to you. All humankind is ancestors to us, so. And you contact them by just being in the moment and using simplicity. Being simple and at one with nature. Just looking at the stars. Maybe going out on a boat if you have that at your disposal. Or drawing or coloring. If you're an adult, when's the last time you drew or colored with your hands, with the paper and the pencil? Not a computer, not a game where you touch the numbers and the colors fill in. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is just time traveling. What? There you go. Figured it out. Tied in the grandpa wormhole to this moment. Blackouts are time travel. Blackouts are the key. Blackouts are the key to time travel. Don't need a DeLorean or to build a time machine. Don't need a hot tub or any other version of a time machine that I can't think of right this moment in movies. Don't need any of that. All you need is a blackout. Boom! Instant time travel. You're welcome. You're welcome. You always wondered how it was back in the day. I guarantee you can find it in a blackout, especially if you have family around, especially if you have multi-generation around and you have older people, your patriarchs and the matriarchs of your family, and you say, what did you used to do? And they will be like, I don't know what you're talking about. I was born in this century. It's not that long ago. Ugh. But you can go beyond that. You can go beyond that. Like, well, what did your grandparents do? And then they can say, oh, they used to go out and shear the sheep. That's my version of the old days. People still shear sheep. Not anymore, no. People still shear sheep. Not in my version of the world. Blackout, back in time. Now we're using printing presses. Back in time. Cars disappeared and we have wagons again. We have wagons. We're back in time. Not station wagons. We have horse and buggy. I don't know what's happening. Back in time. Boiling water. Boiling water to take a bath. Draw the bath, darling. Taking my bath. I don't know why that popped pictures in my head of some random dad telling the kids to go get water out of the pool in pails, bring it inside. We don't even do that for a hurricane. We have water techniques, and it's not getting it from the pool. In this version, this is how it's happening. Okay, how did we used to live? Time to churn the butter. Darling, there's a blackout. Churn the butter. What are you doing? Shipping the salt. There's been a blackout. Mother, the hieroglyphics on the papyrus says there's been a blackout. Apparently, you don't just travel in time, you just forget about modern things, period. It's a time to just be with family. It's an excuse. Actually, put down everything, not worry about anything, and just be with your family and relax. And I know. You're saying, oh my God, I don't want to be with my family. They're the worst. My family's so frustrating. My family's so annoying. My family, blah, 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 blah. Instead of complaining, though, just be grateful. It's a choice. A choice. Here we go again. Yes, me and my choices. It's a choice. Just be grateful. Focus on the good things. Focus on the happy things. Focus on the things that make you bond. Bonding. Or bonding with the fam. Listen to the stories. You guys can just listen to stories about each other. Just reminisce about your lives. Reminisce on the olden times when you used to have power. Remember yesterday we had power. I remember I was sitting right over there and you were sitting right over there and we weren't talking to each other. We were on our iPads. Remember. Blackouts. Try the glass half full in the blackout scenario. You might surprise yourself. You might find that you discover things about yourself and about... I am talking. You might surprise yourself. You might find that you discover things about yourself, about your family, about your neighbors, about, I don't know, random strangers, whatever you want to do. It's your choice. My point is, don't make it all doom and gloom. It doesn't have to be doom and gloom. Doom or gloom. So what did we learn? You learned about blackouts and the odd ways that animals behave during blackouts, and if it's Utopia and 70 something degrees, We learned about your grandpa's thesis, time travel through blackouts. Good talk. I feel good about this talk. I feel good. Until next time. Okay, bye.